Hi everyone, welcome to Fresh Off the Hook Wednesday. I really don't have anything fresh off the hook to show. I didn't finish anything. I have so many things I'm working on at the same time, it's not even funny. But there's one thing I want to show you that I did. You ever go to a thrift store or a yard sale and you find fiber, but it's not really stuff you're going to use? Well, I did. I found a whole case. This lady had a weaving loom. And I don't use a weaving loom. I had one and I got rid of it because I just never got into it. I have all these cones. Now this here is like a sock weight yarn, so I really could crochet with it, but it's very, very fine. And then I got two great big things of this here. And these were a lot bigger when I started. And these are also just they're smaller than bedspread cotton. It's very fine. This is cotton and rayon. This is acrylic, and this is acrylic, and this is really fine thread, and this is a fine acrylic. And what I did was I took all of these, I did 2 strands of this, that's why I have 2 cones of it, 1 strand of this, 1 strand of this light pink, and 1 strand of the gray, and I took my ball winder and I wound more yarn. Let's see, what did I do with the project? I didn't bring it in here. But I wound it into 3 balls and I bagged it up into 1-pound bags. And I wound it so I have yarn I can actually work with. Though it's 5 strands thick, it works up to almost a lighter worsted weight. It's a little heavier than sport weight, a little lighter than like your Red Heart worsted. It's the size of about the soft worsted weight yarn. And so yeah, I made 4 pounds of this stuff, and I have enough to make even more. But I thought it came out kind of pretty. I don't know if you could see the colors through the plastic bag. I have it stapled shut. But yeah, it's all stranded, and so it'll work out like a tweed almost when I work on it. And I have something on the hook that I started with it. It's a little throw, and I'll get that later and I'll show you that in a little while. What I'm working on for my tutorials is a Jacob's Ladder Afghan. I've gotten the tutorials filmed up to the part where, okay, repeat this until it's the length you want. And so I got to get to that part before I show you how to do the next part. But this is what I have done so far. And I worked up a little bit of the Jacob's Ladder so you could see the effect that it brings. Let me get my hair off there. And see that braid? That's these chain loops, and you work them up, and you end up with almost like a cabled Afghan when you're finished. And when you change colors, the more often you change colors, it looks more plaid. If you see this, let me see, turn it the right direction here. See how the loop goes up to the next row? So it'll look more plaid if you use less rows. Now, I'm doing wide stripes and small and thin stripes alternating. So I will get to the braiding of the Jacob's Ladder, or climbing Jacob's Ladder is what it's also known as. Once I get to that, and then I'll film it, and then I'll show you the border, and then I have to edit it. That's what I'm working on for my tutorial. And between my big projects, I like to do smaller projects. And so I picked up a pattern from a Crochet World magazine. I printed out so I could keep it in my crochet bag. But it's shown in the picture, it's done with Light and Lofty yarn, but it's a cable. And Light and Lofty yarn, you can't see the stitch work when you use it in the cable. And I brought home some yarn from the community center, and it's doubled. It's like a doubled sport weight yarn. So it came out the right gauge to this pattern. And it's going to be a headband. And I'll stretch it a little bit. Once it's blocked, you'll be able to see it. See the cable there? And it'll be a headband. You can wear it like that. Like this for winter and keep your ears warm. But I thought I'd do it with a smoother yarn so you can actually see the cabled stitches. It's not the most defined cable pattern in the world, but I like it enough. And let's see, this one is the October 2011 Crochet World magazine. Has this pattern in it. So you can go to their website if you don't get the magazine. And let's see, what else do I have over here? Oh, here's something I've been working on for a long time, and I keep putting it down because it's a personal project. I seem to get things done when I make it for other people. I was browsing through Ravelry.com and I came across the most beautiful scarf that someone finished. And I think her name is Cerdeb, C-E-R-D-E-B. And then I went and I found the pattern and I printed it out. And so I'm working on a lace scarf. Get out the pattern here so I can tell you what the name of the scarf is. And what's nice about the pattern, it's charted. It has the symbols to follow. It is called Crochet Blue Denim Scarf, and it's dmcusa.com is where you can find it. I followed the links on Ravelry to get it. But, oh, great, my markers came off. Oh, well. Here it is so far, and now this isn't blocked yet, so it kind of looks wonky. But this is the lace pattern so far. And then it has this big net area, and then the lace pattern repeats for the body of the scarf, and then it'll have the net area again. But I just thought it was so gorgeous, and the sample was a self-striping yarn, which was really gorgeous, and but I just had this kind, so this is what I'm doing with it. And it's a little intricate, and you have to concentrate when you're doing it, so I don't work on it all the time. It has to be really quiet and no distractions. So yeah, so that's all the further I got with it though. So it's going to take me a long time to finish this. It'll probably be a couple years because I keep putting it aside for other projects. And so that's that project. Like I said, I don't have anything off the hook that's finished, but I have things on the hook. Another thing I did was I ordered on eBay box lots of acrylic yarn for the community center so that we can donate it, you know, make things and donate to charity. And so I went on, because our yarn closet was getting a little sparse, and I ordered yarn. And I got 2 of the boxes of yarn already, and I wasn't supposed to get them starting until next week, but I don't know, do you want me to share it with you? I could show you. For all of $29.31, I got all this yarn. Well, not that back there, that's those cones, but see the pile? Is that amazing? What a great deal that was. Now I have another box over here that's full of yarn that I ordered from a different eBay auction. I don't know if I'll bore you with the detail of filming all of it, but I'm going to film myself unboxing it anyway, and I can cut out parts. So now I got to put this all back in the box. Okay, I'm back, and I went and while I was up getting that other box of yarn and putting away that other box of yarn, I got out the thing that I'm making with that yarn that I wound up from the cones, and you'll be able to see better what it looks like. This yarn, see it now? It's got the strand of gray, a strand of light pink, and 2 strands of this fuchsia with a little bit of a rayon fiber in it to make it shiny. And I found a pattern in Crochet World August 2011 for a ripple afghan, and I started the pattern with this yarn. So that's what that's what I have on the hook. Oh, I was going to show you the other package. And this one I paid less than $15 total for this box. So you can get some deals on eBay. You want to set yourself some rules when you order on eBay. You want to know how much the yarn weighs. And I figured you go to a store and buy a pound of yarn, it's going to cost between $6 and $8 depending on the brand and the fiber. So I try to limit myself to $6 per pound of yarn, including shipping. You want to figure out your shipping. And so that way you can set your maximum bid and try not to go over that, so that it'll be worth the deal that you get. So, but that's what I did. In this case, I wasn't using my own money because this is for the community center, and the money for this yarn comes out of the donation fund account for that. And it's as described, a mixed lot of blue acrylic yarn. So all the ladies are going to be so thrilled. We're going to have these happy hookers are going to be happier than what they already are. And these are all medium worsted weight except for this chunky. And the chunky is great for hats and stuff, and we do those too. So, yay, more yarn. I have 5 more shipments to come in. So I'm going to try to squeeze it in our yarn room at the community center. That is the yarn I got today and yesterday. So what's fresh on the hook instead of fresh off the hook for me today? So make sure you rate, subscribe, leave your comments. Join the Fresh Off the Hook family. I'm sure I think if I looked last, there was opening for Sunday. So send Marcelle a note. She is one virtuous woman on here on YouTube. Send her a note and tell her if you want to join Fresh Off the Hook. And or if you just want to show me what you got and what you're working on and don't want to really join a group, you're welcome to do that too, and just leave a video response down here in the comment section, and I will post a yes on it so everybody can see what you did. Stay tuned for more tutorials and more weight loss videos and all kinds of goofy stuff that I do. I think that's all. So next week, hopefully I'll have some of these things done, and I'll actually have some finished stuff to show you. Happy crocheting. See you next week.